Hi fans of high quality entertainment. I'm just about to watch the Beatles Get Back documentary at 5:30 in the morning. And besides that, Molly's on her way to see me, so it's an exciting day. So I'll give you a review after I watch part 1, unless I fall asleep. I'm back. I watched part 1, and I don't want to give too much away in case some of you haven't seen it yet. I will just say, if you're a Beatles fan, I think you will be very happy with what Peter Jackson has done. The one thing I was a little surprised at, but in a good way, was sometimes during part 1, they would show footage from the Beatles era, in little clips. And the intro is excellent. It just quickly kind of goes through the years. The big scene where George and Paul are fighting, it's expanded, so you see what happens afterwards. And they just go back, it wasn't really that big of a deal, Band members argue. The other thing was, just before George, you see George leave at the end of part 1. I'll tell you that much. But you don't get to see him say, "See you around the clubs," because that part wasn't filmed. But you do see him say a few words, and then he leaves. But just before that, there's one part where John's playing the guitar and Paul's talking, and Paul kind of snaps at him, and so you can see the tension there even between John and Paul. And soon after that, there's this one shot of George just before he leaves, and you can just tell he's had enough and he's not happy. So that's kind of depressing to see. But overall, there's lots of joy, there's lots of laughing and joking around, there's tensions too, of course. You get to see the creation of Get Back. Paul's just jamming away on the guitar with Ringo and George. Get back, get back. No words or anything, but he's forming the song, and you're seeing the birth of Get Back, which is pretty awesome. And they work on a couple of George songs like "I Me Mine," and Paul seems interested when George is playing his songs. He's invested in it. John is totally aware and awake. He seems totally fine. I know at that time he might have been having some issues, but he was alert. Yoko's in the film, but she's very quiet. Near the end, of course, she's singing a little bit, which some of you won't enjoy. And you see Linda and Yoko talking, and they seem to be very friendly with each other. Dick James, the music publisher, makes an appearance near the end, and what I got out of that was when he'd be talking to all of the Beatles, and when he's talking to Paul one-on-one, Paul doesn't seem that interested. It's like, go away. So overall, like I said, I just woke up. I'm still tired. I have a special guest coming any minute now. So this is a bit of just a ramble. But I just want to say to Beatles fans out there that haven't seen part 1 yet, you will love it. The only setback is, of course, it's at Twickenham Studios, and it does seem kind of cold and depressing. And I know that parts 2 and 3 with Billy Preston are hopefully going to be a little happier. But overall, I know that George wasn't, even from the beginning, you could tell George wasn't totally invested in like the ideas of performing live and everything, and but I'm really looking forward to parts 2 and 3. I just wanted to do a quick video about part 1, and then I'm going to watch the rest of the series, and I'll do a full review of everything on Monday or Tuesday. So, just letting you know, part 1 was excellent. An A+ for Peter Jackson. A job well done. Thank you. Oh, and they did Commonwealth. They did Let It Be. You hear Golden Slumbers. You hear some 50s tunes and everything. Just, you know, just jamming away, and it's just fun. It's a fun watch overall, except for the depressing part where you see George leave at the end. So, on to parts 2 and 3, and then a full review later this week. Thank you. Thank you very much.